the new Momentum rework. It's now called Exergy, and the hunt and vengeful retreat increase your damage by 5% for 20 seconds. So when you hunt right here, you're going to get your Exergy buff, damage increased by 5%. If you have a weak aura like this, then you would vengeful retreat. Now you're up to 30 seconds. I believe we only stacked to 30, and this is a much better change. I think most players could always consistently use their vengeful retreat. It basically stays up for the entire time. As long as you vengeful retreat on cooldown, you are pretty much always going to have that momentum buff up. So we still have 23 seconds, but our next one will be up in 12 seconds. So where by the time our hunt is up, there might be a little bit of an overlap where we do not have some form of inertia, but we'll be able to. You can pretty much choose that this is always going to be up during your damage buffs, and it's just always going to be able to get your Fel Blade back through. If you save your Fel Blade for your vengeful retreat, you can just Fel Blade after it. So that's always a quality of life change. I think one of the main takeaways here is you just do not ever really need to use a Fel Rush. If you don't want to use Fel Rush, you don't have to use Fel Rush, but you can also do that. I'm running a talent tree where we are not going to be running Unbound Chaos, so I'm not really getting that value anyway. So as long as I'm vengeful retreating and then coming back in, I don't really care too much. There's different talents that we can run with Army into itself, where we're going to get Blade Ward with our Fel Blade, so depending on what is coming up damage-wise, we might not actually want to use that, but I think overall, early season Incorruptible Spirit's probably going to be better just because it's tankiness at all times and less healing that you're probably going to be required. Other than one-shots, you're probably going to heal most of the damage, and the healer's probably not going to have to heal you too much, so right now, I think this is a great change. We just hunt, and then as long as you wait a little bit after your hunt, you see how we didn't get the full value because it can only stack up to 30 seconds, and it's just a little bit of a game there, but I think overall, if you're going to miss 2-3 seconds of whatever this is to guarantee that you're going to meta immune something like this, or you have to use something earlier, so honestly, there would be a lot of times where I wouldn't absolutely make sure that I line that up, but I think keep it in the back of your mind that you can't just immediately the hunt and then vengeful retreat, because then it will actually you'll miss out on a tiny bit of value just because it can only go up to 30. I think overall this is a great change. I think people are gonna love that. Like there's real no movers now. So a full guide will come out for my Eldrachi Reaver setup. I'm trying to build a fel-scarred setup, and it seems a little bit weird. I think I want to do like a Blind Fury, Unbound Chaos, full I-Beam setup, and like I would just always sigil, always have inertia, and then you would probably run. I don't really know what we would run on the fel-scarred tree, so that one's gonna be fun to make. I will keep you guys posted about that, and right now, that's the main things that you need to know about the new Momentum rework, which is now Exergy.